Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This will be my first ever video, so be sure to give me a like and a follow, and we'll be posting other things in the future, whether it be longer tutorials on how to put in, zippers or snaps, or if I will be creating my bag patterns. I'd like to do tutorials on here for some of the patterns I'm looking forward to creating, and I'm also willing to do other bag maker patterns as well, as long as they have given me permission to do so. But without further ado, let's look at the unfinished quilt projects that live in the closet behind me. So as you can see, I have lots of bins here. There's a few unfinished quilt projects in here, and I would like a chance to show them to you. I'm going to start with this one. This one is called Another Slice. This is something that I had started when we had a lake house, and I had these great ideas of making this really pretty quilt for us to throw on our bed down there. Like anything else, I kind of got tired with it, threw it in the box, and it hasn't been out and seen the light of day in quite some time. It is a really cool quilt because, as the name implies, it is like a slice quilt. So what you do is you take these 10-inch squares, these layer cakes, and I did a layer cake, and this was fabric yardage. Just cut them corner to corner, sew them together. As you can see, it looks like I probably have all of that part of it done, and then they just need to be pressed open. And then you take this square and you slice it again, hence the name Another Slice. And when you slice it according to the directions, you end up with little squares like this, or like these. Some of those. And then even a bigger one. And then you take those pieces and you sew them together into blocks like this. So this was a really fun, woodsy, outdoor themed quilt. So maybe someday we'll get this one finished. I do really like this one. It looks like I have enough material in here for the backing as well. Check those out. I don't remember. Oak Grove Lane is a motif fabric. Isn't that pretty? So bid number 2. Okay, this one at least hasn't been started yet. I do have a habit of buying quilt kits because everything's all curated for you, and it's just nice and easy, and the fabrics are so pretty. This is called Farm Sweet Farm, and that's what it'll look like when it's finished. Looks like I purchased this in 2019. So this is a very beginner quilt. It is a panel quilt, so you have all these little squares. And then you can cut the squares out and you add the different sashing around each one. So we have green and then another sashing, or we have the red and then another sashing of the green. And then the border is this cute star fabric. So that one doesn't look like I have a backing for it, but that's okay. So at least this one just hasn't been started at all. Maybe we'll get to this one someday. Oh, I think there's more than one in here. Oh yes. So the first project in this bin is another quilt that has not been started, another quilt kit. This one is a baseball quilt. It'll look like that when you're finished. So it has these pretty cool baseball themed fabric. And then it has baseball cards. And with this one, you're supposed to fussy cut the card out. So you'll fussy cut the card out, and then you'll use some heat and bond and attach that to some of the black fabric here that we have. And then I don't know if we have enough for the backing for this quilt or not. And then some of the squares will be that other baseball fabric that I showed. This is the binding. And then this is the border. If you can see the baseball bats in there. It's pretty cool. So that is a quilt that has not been started yet either. So the next quilt in this bin, this one has been started. This one is called Legendary Love. This was a black of the month. I don't know how old this is, but so this is a quite a big quilt. It's 97 inches by 103. A black of the month, like I said. The name of it is Legendary Love. The theme of this quilt is every month, each black is a famous couple. So we have the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. We have Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Napoleon and Josephine. Andrew Jackson and Rachel Roberts. So there's quite a bit here, and it looks like I only actually did the first 2 months. So this is one of the blocks. And this is another one. I would say this is a more of an advanced black, an advanced quilt. There's a lot of little pieces and blacks and a lot of points here to match up. So there's also enough fabric. I almost think there's enough that if you wanted to, you could remake these blacks. And what I'm hinting at there is I think what I'm going to do is, as my channel grows, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I think I'm going to do this quilt as a giveaway. And actually, I even have the backing for it. So it's a very large quilt. There's all sorts of months here that have not been finished. There's a lot of fabric here. Like this is month 6, and look at, you're going to make a bunch of these blacks, but there is a ton of yardage. And I know I could just pull this out and use the fabric for something else, but quite honestly, it's not my taste anymore. I've kind of evolved in what it is that I like, and it's not a quilt that I know my husband would like, because he is not into he likes to call them old lady flowers, even though they're not. They're still very pretty fabrics, but it's just not my taste. I find myself gravitating towards more brighter and more fun patterns. So I think what I would like to do, I'll figure out exactly how I'm going to do it, and leave it in the comments below. But I think I'm going to do a giveaway. So be sure to, like and subscribe. And that's probably how I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to be based on, it'll be a subscriber who gets this. I'd be more than happy to pass it along to somebody who actually wants to put it together. So I think that would be a great little giveaway that I'm going to do with this quilt. I actually have some quilt tops that are finished that need to go off to the long arm. So here I really only have 2 of them. The first one is a log cabin quilt. This is just a throw size quilt. Be nice for on the couch. So I need to get that off to the long arm. I have the backing for it, and I actually have the binding, so all of it is here. And the other quilt is one of my favorite quilt patterns. It comes together really, really quick, and it is a very beginner friendly quilt. It's called Turning 20. It's made with fat quarters, although I believe I made this one with fat 8ths. This is a queen size quilt. She's very pretty. So my goal is to get these off to the long arm this year. I actually had a Facebook memory pop up, and I think these have been put together for about 5 years now. So stick around. Maybe my goal will be to get these off to the long armor in January. And then this is the backing for that quilt. And then we have the binding. So that's just a matter of getting them off to the long arm, and then they'll come back, and then I'll have to put the binding on as well. But I'd like to get that one on my bed this year. That is one of my favorite quilts. Other than that, in my closet, a lot of these is material that is left over from other projects that I have done, or I do like to keep collections of fabric together. I don't think we have any other unfinished projects in here, but we can take a peek in this one. Oh, there is one. It's called Twirl. This is one I was given some colorful fabric, and I thought I would see if I could make something from it. I do like this one. Maybe I should finish it. Looks like I do have a row sewn together. Oh, 2 rows. Almost a pinwheel looking thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. So there is. That's 3 started and unfinished quilt tops. Whew. And then the rest of this is just fabric from other projects that I had, and somebody gave me banana fabric. Like, there's a lot of banana fabric here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I do see a purge coming up here soon, because there is, like I said, quite a bit of fabric left over from projects, and so maybe we'll be doing a purge in the future. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me with my first YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, be sure to like, subscribe. I'll figure out the details of how I'm going to do that giveaway and put it in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me.